Burn Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Grumpy Vlogger Live. And okay, I made that transition almost seamlessly. Let's go ahead and bring in my co-host and his idiot. And here he is, none other than Mr. Art Carlson. And
Yay!
Bucky.
It's great to be here. Yeah, I'm having a good time too. Good to see you, Lloyd. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, Bucky. If I was doing any better, it'd be against the law. So.
Oh, well, that's good that you're vertical.
I'm vertical. Yes, yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, I gotta go.
All right.
We gotta say happy birthday to TJ.
Yes,
Today's
I was going to do that
birthday.
later, but yes, hello, happy birthday to TJ. Hopefully he'll show up tonight.
All right.
Although if you're here, he may not. But all right, we'll see you later, Bucky. All right, now let's bring in the. Let's see, clicking the wrong thing here. The Thunder from Down Under, Mr. Dominic.
Yeah, good evening, all.
And how are you doing, Dominic?
It's a wet, dreary, and windy day.
Personally, I wish that's the way it was here right now. Instead of our like 70-80% humidity and 80 degrees out, or 85 degrees out.
You can send a few degrees my way.
Yeah, okay.
We're just scraping 50.
All right, and let's bring in the chattiest man on the internet, the guy that once he gets started, you just can't get in a word in edgewise. Hey, Charles. See what I mean? You just can't shut him up.
Boy, who knew that Bucky was your co-host? I thought Art was the co-host.
Yeah, well, I did. I say my co-host and the idiot, and you're right. Bucky's the co-host, and he's the idiot. You're right. Quick pick up there. You picked up that one. Monkey with a gun. Now, who is that by chance? Does anybody know who that is?
Still haven't worked that out yet.
Who do I think? I'm trying to think who we thought it was last night.
We were thinking along the lines of Barkley.
Barkley, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Barkley.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's probably Barkley. Okay. Now, speaking of Barkley, before I say hi to everybody, he sent me some really nice photos. He went to an air show wherever he was at there, and sent me some really good-looking photos of some vintage planes. Cool. Some World War II aircraft, and then a little bit later, but they were all really, and a couple Air Force instead of Army Air Corps. There's a couple Air Force ones there, so. And I appreciate it. He's always sending me really good pictures. And I should have put one up for my background, but I hadn't done it yet.
There you go, yeah.
But I will do that. So, all right, let's just jump on the bandwagon here and start at the top. Jaybird was here first. Jody was here second. ArtCo, you were next. Then Mr. B.
Mr. B.
I believe his name is Mike, right?
Mike, yep.
Yeah, not Mike Wright, but Mike, correct?
Yeah, the other Mike.
The other Mike, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike as well.
Right, because Mike Wright is, yeah. And Cool Cat, and my mind is good.
That's another Mike. Michael.
Oh, that's Michael. Okay, Cool Cat.
Yeah, Michael.
All right. Okay, I got that. I'll remember it. And Jaybird again. Let's see, who else? We had Oz by Drone. He was on Twitch.
Yeah.
So he's not getting my notifications. And CT Pirate. Canadian Pirate. John. Yeah.
John. Okay.
And Northside. Oh, that's you. Never mind. Mickey the View Moo.
Which worked.
Yeah, Mickey the View Moo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mickey Moo Moo. Yep, he's over on my channel.
It's over on your channel. Okay, well, welcome. Yep. And Jack Rabbit. That's Scott. Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, I had a good time visiting with Scott when I was down there in South Florida. And Grant, Mr. S. Yeah.
Yep, Grant. Yep.
And
we got Bryan.
Who? Bryan, Waypoint, New England.
Oh, Waypoint, yeah, right, Bryan. Okay. Have anybody else come in since then?
Oh, Steve Knowles.
Steve Knowles, yes. Okay, welcome, Steve. They're filtering in. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, I was talking a little bit before the show. I'm actually going to talk about a little.
Oh,
And
Mel
there's
just
Mel,
popped.
400 AGL.
And
Mel.
RJ.
RJ's
Yeah,
Aerials.
Ron. His name's Ron.
Oh, Ron.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
Ron.
What was I going to say? Oh, we talked a little bit before we started the show.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was a news thing out of, I think it was out of Tulsa. And they've been having, it was a kind of news report that could have looked good for the drone people. But instead, the way it was and the way they're doing it, it looks kind of, shut up, dog. Anyways, it kind of looked bad. What it is they are using drones to inspect roofs. Insurance companies are,
Right.
and they, they had an image, and they were using the channel. I think it's Channel 2 News was using their drone, their eye in the sky to film the video and to talk about it. But the problem, and this is where it gives drone flyers a bad name or a little bit of a black eye. It's not that these insurance companies aren't Part 107. They didn't bring up anything like that. What these insurance companies are doing is going up, inspecting all their clients' roofs. And if they need something, instead of saying, hey, you might need something, let's see what we can do, because it would probably be an insurance claim. They're telling them to get a new roof, or we'll cancel you. And they only give them 30 days. Well, you can't even get an estimate in 30 days,
Right.
And that's the kind of news coverage that looks bad for drone people. Because now people see the drone in the air, they're thinking, I'm a damned insurance company out there going to cut my insurance off. And so I'm going to actually talk with my insurance agent here. I need to anyways. It's coming up on time. I need to take Judy's name off the account. So, so I'm going to talk with him about it, and see about him, seeing what if they had been doing anything like that, But they just about did me that way. I don't know. Quite a ways back. It's been quite a few years now. It's when Judy was, I don't know if she was going through her first thing of cancer or second. I can't remember now. But they gave us like 30 days to get all the house. And I didn't have the time and wherewithal. And so I went to my agent and sat down and talked with him. And he was very good and he went to the underwriters and had them, back off and got me like a 1-year reprieve. And, as long as I showed I was doing a little something, over a period of time, and I'd take pictures and send to him, he'd send to them. Everybody was happy. And that's the way they should do it, because some people just don't have the money to go out and spend $10,000 on a roof. And most cases, the insurance should cover the roof anyways as part of their homeowners. That's how they're trying to get around it. They're trying to, say, well, you should have reported this, and this has been doing, and we're going to cancel you. So,
right. We got Steve Carpenter.
Hey, brother Steve, how you doing? But
The
anyways,
other
I
Steve.
saw that, and I thought is a little irresponsible of the news.
But that's part of the news, the way they do news these days.
Yeah.
They like to sensationalize things.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't fit their narrative, they're gonna sensationalize.
Right, exactly. And it looked, and I think it's bad for insurance companies to do that, because now, like you say, anytime a guy's out there flying their drone and they're thinking, oh my God, but if they send me something like that, I'll just put my drone up, take a couple pictures and send it to them in email. So there's what it really looks like. Quit looking at 20-year-old Google pictures,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But anyways, that's.
Speaking of Google pictures, the other day I was looking at our friend James' house in the Philippines.
Right.
And it's like, it's so old that all you see is they're putting the foundation in his house. So that's how old those photos are. They're like 6 or 7 years old. And I'm like, holy cow. And we got
Cutting the
Philip
grass,
Koshat.
got the headphones on. Hello, Philip Koshat.
Yeah.
I was going to get with Philip. I meant to, I saw part of his I watched his stream. I think I watched. I'm pretty sure I did because he's doing his every other week. So I may work out something with him where I take one. I do it every other week.
Oh, okay.
Till I'm still guys. I admit I'm still kind of a little bummed. Dealing with life, and I know it's gonna, but
yeah, it's gonna take a while, Lloyd.
I did find out. And I think you and I talked about this, Art, but I don't remember if I mentioned it last week or not. But I went out to the cemetery last week, and I wanted to look up where my parents were buried. And it'd been a while since, I knew basically, but that is such a huge cemetery.
Yeah.
Those veteran cemeteries are always huge. And so I went up to the office and had them look it up on the map, and they looked it up and drew me out another map, which I now have in my truck or in my van, along with my the map to Judy's, which I don't need now. I know exactly how to get hers now. But while I was there, I said, what I don't understand is why you guys are closed on Saturday and Sunday. I said, it just doesn't make any sense. He said, well, our office is, but the gates are open. I said, really? I said, when we buried my mom here, you guys told me it was closed on the weekends. I just assumed you meant the whole facility. And I said, and you said the same thing. He says, maybe we need to explain that a little better. I said, yeah, that might be because, we're kind of stressed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Philip. Yeah, I know I do. And it was such a good thing meeting Philip too. It was really nice. Hey, did you know? And let me see if I can do this. I don't know if you've tried this, but you know how a lot of us use StreamYards, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we're always sitting there trying to figure out how to invite somebody, and we don't. Did you know that if you let's put that up, okay? The same thing that you use to put that up, if you go over there and just make the name turn gray, and there's 3 little dots over there in the corner, and it doesn't have it. Why not? They're supposed to be putting it on there. But well, according to StreamYard's site, you're able to click on one of those 3 dots, and you'd be able to invite that person to the stream by using that. But all it has, and here's something else that I didn't know that you can do with StreamYard. So clicking on those 3 dots again over there, you can delete the comment, put the user in timeout, or ban the user and delete their comments at the same time. So you don't have to use the so they're giving more control. Maybe they haven't implemented that part yet. Maybe that was just a new thing. Greg Harvey, welcome to the show.
Greg Horvey.
Greg Horvey, yeah.
Hey, Greg.
Ooh, ban me. No, I'm not going to ban you. He's one of the guys from your group, right?
Friends, yes.
Right?
Yep. He used to run the Art of the Roll.
Yeah.
Well, he still does run Art of the Roll channel. He's just sort of taking a bit of a vacation from that.
Yeah.
But he's still doing the D&D thing with us with another friend by the name of Mark's Pile.
Okay.
And Mark's is going to be having a bunch of episodes coming out pretty soon that I've been editing together.
Okay. Good.
Cool.
Make sure you send me a link when you get it all up there and everything, so I'll know to go watch it.
As soon as there's anything public up there, I'll be glad to share it.
Absolutely. And Monkey with the Gun, Barkley. Yeah, everybody thinks it's Barkley, so it's pretty sure,
Yeah.
But and I appreciated the photos. Those were really. I mean, there was like a God. It's on my iPad. I can't bring it up here because it's still in my email. I hadn't saved it over yet. But there's like a P-51. It looked like an old DC-3.
That would be a C-47.
Yeah, C-47. Yeah,
That's the military version. C-47 Skytrain.
C-47. Yeah.
Yep.
It was a tail dragger. I think it was. Yeah, because I know the DC. The C-47 is a tail dragger. Actually, when I started doing my flight simulator group, and we were doing, we were doing a simulated military airlift command. That's what it stood for. Virtual Military Airlift Command was the name of, and VMAC was the name of our site in our group. Well, we had a guy on there who had retired from the Air Force. He was an old brown shoe guy. In other words, he came on in the 50s, where they still were wearing the brown leather boots, and but he was actually on the aircraft when they still had navigators, and he was a navigator on the C-47s, and it was interesting to hear him, talk about some of the different things that, and as far as I know, he's still alive. He's got to be getting close to. You got to be getting. I know his mother lived about like 103 or 104, or maybe even 105. So I know she was pretty old, and she was still alive last I heard. But she's dead now. I'm sure. I know, but I think Doyle is. Yes, Grant. I can say Doyle's name. It's just his worthless son I can't mention. It's a joke between some of us guys that flew the flight simulators. These were two of the guys that I co-founded the group with, and he came back and decided he was going to be the enforcement officer of our group, and he was issuing us virtual fines for taxiing over 5 miles per hour. Hell, I can walk faster than that. It's like, are you kidding me? Yeah, well, but that wasn't the rules. It's like, yeah, oh my God. So we started calling him like Voldemort, the name he who cannot be named. That's so, and anytime one of us did, we had to add 25 cents to a jar that it's like, it was my curse jar. Cause I did a lot of cursing with that guy, but he was a nice enough guy. He was just too, he didn't know how to have fun. He was Army. He didn't know how to have fun.
Yeah.
But his dad and mom were just wonderful people. They were friends with my mom. They lived in Branson, and we used to go, that's how I met them, is we'd go stay at the hotel that they were managing.
Okay.
And we'd take my mom out there. It's after my dad had passed away. And so I know cursing does not have the power it used to. It's just
right.
That's why you've got to use it for emphasis. And I think when you have a word that has meaning. Oh
yes, the guy that took the famous Earthrise photo. Yeah, he just passed away yesterday, I think, or day before.
Yeah.
Hi, Jim.
Yeah, and Jim's droning. Hello.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of airplane crashes, we had one here in Arvada, and sadly, one of the passengers passed away.
Oh,
so there were 4 people on board. It was a Beechcraft Bonanza. It was like a 1964 Beechcraft, and that's the kind of plane that Alexis flies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Detail.
Yeah.
So don't know what happened, and it crashed in a neighborhood at about 64th and Oberon, which is kind of northwest of where I live.
Yeah.
Southwest. I'm like 80th and Sheridan, so it's southwest. Yeah. So that happened last Friday.
Okay.
And
you always hate it when a plane crashes. It just
especially a little job like that.
And there is Mudball.
There's Mudball.
Hey, Don.
Yeah, I'm bummer. I was really going to try that out tonight about that. Apparently upcoming, that's one of the things you're going to be implementing over the next, I hope they haven't already taken away, and I just found out about it, where you can just click on the name in here and invite somebody. That would make things so much easier, you know?
Right.
You know, it'd be just because, especially like with Bill's show, and well, even yours too, you know, where you have a kind of a rolling open format. So, but yeah. Boy, Lon Denard was on a roll Saturday. Well, he was on a roll last night too. Oh,
yeah, he was really.
And I want to say something in case anybody saw Uncle Bill's show last night, because we started giving disclaimers on everything. Huh?
We need to apologize for everything.
We do.
Yeah.
But I said a couple of things that could have been misconstrued. One of them was we were talking about something, and Bill was talking about when he was a prison guard, and this guy who is a pedophile had a girl, his daughter or somebody, sitting on his lap getting his jollies off. Well, when he told me that, my first instinct was we need to bring back public hangings, but it sort of lagged for a second and just sounded like I just blurted out of nowhere, we need to bring back public hangings. And you know, I meant for pedophile, you know, and it was like, I said, okay, all right, and it didn't come out right. And also, I made a joke, and hopefully Lawrence and Herman aren't going to be upset, but I made a joke about, I don't think I could ever live in New York because I can't understand what in the hell them people are saying up there. It's their damned accent, you know. And it was meant in jest because, you know, I know I live in a part of the country where we got bad accents, you know. And yeah, exactly, you know.
Exactly. You put R in washing machine.
That's right, because people don't use the damn things.
Yeah.
You use your share of them, I wouldn't have to do it. We've had this argument before.
We've donated our R's to you.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that too. Actually, it was kind of hard, but I heard a couple of people talking about that. I don't know if they were talking about on one of the shows. I thought it was on Bill's show. They were talking about people using ours. Maybe they were just talking about me, and I just didn't hear them say my name. But yeah, but I never thought anything about the fact I put an R in there.
Well, you don't know until someone else says it.
Southern accents are the easiest to understand. Yeah, they.
As I said, you don't really know, because I wouldn't have known the whole aluminium thing.
Oh yeah.
If you guys kept going on about aluminum or soldering instead of soldering.
Soldering, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in my own little world here.
Well, soldering is one.
You say
patent.
Yeah.
Patent. Patent. Permit instead of permit. Many of them. Methane, methane.
Methane. Methane.
Yes, I am, Don. Sorry. Just and I understood Don was, you know, we were talking about strip clubs, you know, he was uncomfortable with it, and I understood that, you know. The only time I was ever at one, and it was because I was meeting up with one of the sergeants that I think I was getting ready to buy a car from him. That's where he wanted to meet at. Methane, yes, instead of methane. Yeah.
Methane instead of methane.
Yeah. But soldering is one I still have a problem. You know, aluminium and aluminum. Hey, some people can't even say aluminum. You know, it's just hard for them to get to, you know, say that word. You know, oh yeah, exactly. But it took me a while, but after talking with Grant and all the guys so much and gaming with those guys, you know, aluminium just comes naturally. You know, I sometimes I catch myself. I'll say it and the kids will say, "What the hell did you just say?" Oh, aluminum, you know. You know.
They're the two words that really, really grate my onions, I tell you.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, I'm not really fussed. But they're the two that really, really grate my onions, I tell you.
Well,
really grinds my gears to hear.
And the funny thing is both of them are correct, because I had this discussion with Grant and Lee probably 20 years ago, and then it's come back up around here Lee's another one of our mates down in Australia. Although he's a palm, so there's no accounting for taste there.
That's
But
halfway there.
yeah. But they, we were talking about it. And so I looked it up. I really had to find out which was correct. And they are both.
Right. That's right, Don.
Okay.
Interesting point.
Yeah. I went to one and I wasn't comfortable being there. And this guy wanted to meet there. And he was married. At that time, I was single. I was in between ex-wives. I was in between the first ex-wife and the ugly ex-wife.
Okay.
You pronounce it sold. Yes, I know it's sold. It's solder, not solder.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
cool. All right. Yeah, I'll look that up. Yeah, 90 years old and still flying. Give him, fortunately or hopefully, I don't think anybody else was killed.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna go, if you're gonna die doing what makes you happy.
Exactly.
And but yeah, Don, I'm the same way. I would no more be found in a strip club than than I would at a Klans meeting. I wouldn't. It's another place I wouldn't show up at.
I've been to many strip clubs.
Well, I have been to one. Actually, I've been to two, but when I went to it, it wasn't a strip club. Do you guys remember? I think it's called Stir Crazy with Gene
Wilder
and
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. In the beginning of that, they're at that strip club. That was my bar that I went to. It's right outside, and we were talking about that last night. It was right outside the gates of the Air Force Base. And that was filmed there, and a lot of us were extras in the background. And but they had quit it was called PJs then, I think, because they quit the stripping, but they did have all the waitresses wearing 90s. It didn't last long. It just went back to being a good old bar.
Yeah. Well,
you was watching for education. Educational purpose. Of course you were. Yeah, you saw me on that documentary.
You've got to use that terminology, educational purposes on YouTube, and you're allowed to do anything you want.
Hey, Mike, Tex Arts drone guy.
Michael
Wright.
Yeah, the other Mike.
That's the right Mike this time.
Yeah, Mike Wright.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Not the left Mike,
Wright.
But the right Mike.
The right Mike.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with this Mike. Okay,
yeah.
We're going down a rabbit hole here, guys. I better stop.
Here we go.
Yeah. But anyways,
I worked at a comedy club that was upstairs from the strip club.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you were in Canada. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I went to this because it was a bar and it's right outside the gate, which means I didn't have to. I could, a block and less than a block away, about a half a block, and I could be inside the front gates. So if I'd been drinking, I didn't have that far for them to have to, haul me in, because. This was back in the days when I was young and stupid and didn't think drinking and driving was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But yeah.
I outgrew that in the 90s. Yeah. Well, you've seen so many. It's like, wow, it's not like I've seen those before. Okay.
You want different variety. You want to see
different ones. Different things. Fake ones, real ones, long ones, tiny ones.
Them filming that movie there, that was the best. That they did their business a lot of good for all of about 15 minutes. Everybody got their 15 minutes claim to fame. And we were told by the base commander claimed 15 minutes of fame. That's what I meant to say. That was their claim to fame. That's my claim to fame too. But we were told we couldn't. We were told not to be seen there. But by the squadron commander or wing commander, and well, it came down from on high that we weren't supposed to be there. But I looked around, and 90% of the guys in there were all military. You know, you know. As a matter of fact, I think the wing commander was there himself. So, yeah, but it was the 70s, okay? And as I said, I was in my 20s. I was single, but it's not something that I was there for to be honest with you, I truly was there for the beer. You know, that's what I, you know.
Yeah, the $7 beer. Yeah.
Oh, $7 beer, hell, not where I went.
Yeah, oh boy, they must have been some cheap broads.
This was in the 70s.
Ah, okay.
This was not in the 90s. This was in the 70s. We're talking, 75 cents, $1.25 beer. Yeah, you paid a $1.25 cover charge, and you had to buy 2 drinks, whether they be beer minimum. Or 2 drink minimum. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the way it was with most clubs that had live bands and stuff. So,
right.
But yeah. So, have you guys been watching have you guys seen Godzilla -1 yet?
No, I haven't.
No, I'd love to see that.
I'm getting ready for it.
I was impressed. Matter of fact, I've been, this last month or last 3 or 4 weeks, I've been on the Doctor Who kick.
Right.
I'm now on the Godzilla kick. So I hadn't watched any of those in a long time, and so I watched Godzilla -1, which basically, I'm not going to tell you anything about it because, to be honest with you, I can't remember it from the last 3 that I've just watched. Except this is sort of based like it's a lot like the old ones, but with a lot better graphics.
Oh, good.
It brings back that 50s nuance of Godzilla movies. I'll just say that much about it, and it's well done. It's very, very good. So, there's Jordy, Little Sharp Bow Sharp.
Oh, Little Sharp. Yeah.
Hey, Jordy.
It is a good movie. It's a very good movie, Greg. It was I was
a stomper.
Yeah, it was but I've just finished, or I paused it so I could come in here and do the show, but I think I've got about 15 minutes left of Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is the prelude to Godzilla versus Kong.
Okay.
And they're coming out with another one. Another one's coming out this year too. It's Godzilla, and this time Godzilla and King Kong are good guys fighting off all the other. They're here to save humanity.
Yeah,
so.
that's Godzilla X Kong.
Yeah, Godzilla X Kong. It's not out yet, is it? Or is it in theaters?
It was in theaters, but I don't think it's on streaming
okay,
yet.
so it is in theaters. I wondered about that. So
now, Lloyd, is Godzilla -1, is that on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that gives me a reason to keep Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. And it's Netflix has got some good stuff. I mean, some of their stuff is but Mark says he saw it 2 weeks ago. Do what?
They're going to start Reacher up pretty soon.
Oh, are they?
Yep.
Now, Reacher, is that
That's Alan Richmond.
Okay. All right.
That's, based off the books where, what's his name, did the movies that were terrible.
Right. Yeah. Tom Cruise did the movie, right?
Yeah, it was not Tom Cruise. Yeah, Tom.
No. I can't. I get Reacher and the other. There's another one that
Jack Bryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would have thought.
Yeah, there was. Now Netflix did a couple of series, and I was thinking one of them was Reacher.
Yeah, Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's on net. Yeah.
Okay.
Netflix.
So are they bringing out a new season? Is that what they're doing, or
Yeah,
is
this
it?
will
Yeah,
be season 3.
season 3. Okay, I'm caught up now.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll be able to watch it.
And I think later this year or early next year they'll have Tulsa King.
Oh, great.
Ah, good, good. Yeah.
Another season of that.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. And happy birthday, TJ.
Happy
Welcome to
birthday,
the show.
Nope.
Do it.
Happy birthday. Oh boy, here
Happy
we
birthday,
go.
TJ.
Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Anymore.
Hey, you got to work on that. You got to get that diction. You'll get
Yeah,
it.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Shut up, you fucker.
Asshole. We can sit here and argue all night without moving our lips. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, really good then.
Yeah, certain words are easier to say than others, but
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, the ones with the B's and the P's and the
Yeah.
V's.
Try saying a bottle of beer.
Yeah.
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 And all a deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Gobble
guys
of
Gobble of gear. I understood every bit of that. Gobble of gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The boys like bananas. The boys like bananas.
That sounds wrong, no matter how you say it.
Yeah.
Sounds a little. Sounds a little bit.
Yeah. The boys
Anyways.
like bananas.
But you're
Mhm.
getting there.
Yep.
Anyways, happy birthday, TJ. I hope Art hasn't ruined it or I hope Bucky didn't ruin it for you with his off-tune singing. Ventriloquism was great. You know I'm just giving you shit, right, Art? Yeah. See, that's my new ventriloquist act. I've learned how to. Learned how to do a distance barking voice now.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna make a mess here. Is what I'm gonna do. Son of a
Yep.
bitch. Trying to open a bottle of iced tea, and it has sweated, and I'm trying not to spill it all over me.
Ah, okay.
You know, because it's a plastic bottle, so when you squeeze on it, it just goes flying everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And don't anybody say anything. That didn't sound right either. But yeah, so damn. I just pulled that out of the ice box and it's just before the show started. But last night on Uncle Bill's show, I have this really long extension for my earphones. It runs from where my earphones plug in. So I can just the little dog was chasing her brother and she went running through and saw this hanging down. And she grabbed it in her mouth and took off into the living room. And she, and of course, it's attached to my head, so my head goes like that. And she unplugs it from there and unplugs it from the computer. And then I had to go looking through the damn living room, see if I could find where she finally dropped it, just hoping she didn't take it out. But it's like, oh. She saw it hanging there, just thought it was, oh, look. And she took off.
Look,
her brother took off after her, and took off after her. So, yeah. Anyways, the fun of having dogs. But yeah, I hope you had a good birthday, TJ.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So,
eat a lot of cake with pie.
And don't forget at the top of the hour, there will be some really good drone information brought to you by Drone Nation. Everybody turns to get their news.
Yeah, the real serious.
Yes. Smash the thumbs up.
Yeah, the serious droners. Yeah, that's where the serious droners go.
And
Captain
smash
Ray.
the button over on my channel too.
Right.
Welcome, Captain Ray.
Ray Kelly.
Yep. And he's such a nice guy. He really is.
Yeah.
I did. Dawn was saying I heard or Lon, not Dawn. Let me back that up.
Lon and Dawn.
Lon, yeah, we went through that last night on the show. Anyways, Lon was saying on your show that you know, instead of sending me all these leftover gifts that nobody wanted, that you'd start saying, you know, that's a good idea, Art. You might consider that. It'd save you on postage, you know, and just
yeah.
Actually, here's the thing. I really want to go back to Florida. I would also like to go out to the Arizona one, but I've also got
Arizona or Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
That's
I'm
not
sorry.
in Arizona.
I know I was stationed in Tucson, and I drove back and forth to Vegas so much that to me that's almost like, you know, because I did so many TDYs at Nellis Air Force Base and back, so, and we drove up there. So, anyways,
Yeah.
anyways,
I
so I'd like to go there, but I also got a high school reunion I want to go to next year.
Cool.
And going back to Grand Junction and being able to see my son and a bunch of grandkids I've never seen, and even a great grandchild up there I've never seen. So, is
You can
Amazon
stop
delivering
by
things
here
with
on
drones?
the way.
I could. I'd
I
probably
think
be
it's science
flying in.
fiction.
I think I'd be flying in. I might have a layover in Denver, but you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh,
Have your son pick you up. Drive out to Denver, pick you up.
that's like 265 miles.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Well, think of the scenery you'll see.
I've seen it all before. It hasn't changed. The friggin' pine trees.
Yeah.
Besides, I'd rather fly over the mountains than drive over them. I hate driving over them damn mountains. Oh,
Yeah, but you're not going to be doing the driving, you old fool.
I just don't like going over them. I hated it. You know, when I was a kid, I was scared to death going over those hills, those mountains. Loveland Pass and Vale Pass, I just hated it. When I was a kid, I was scared of being, you know, rolling off the mountain, you know, and so when I was a kid,
like you're on US 6, you're on a 4-lane highway.
I know, but when I know that they fixed all, you know, I-70 was,
They modernized it. They don't have the Model Ts going up there anymore.
Yeah, well, I still don't like going. I don't like going in the high mountains. Period.
Yeah,
you know?
you know what? I'm the same way because of my problem with altitude.
Yeah, mine is just the fear of falling down one of them damn things. You know, because I've had a few friends that they went over the mountains like that, and so. But when I was a kid, my folks knew I hated going to the mountain. I like being in the mountains. I had a ball when I was up there. I just hate the trip getting there and back. You know, so. They would, you know, this is back before seatbelts were mandatory, and we had a Buick station wagon, so they just make a pallet in the back seat. Or we also had an Oldsmobile too later on, but which, you know, those were land yachts, so you could make a pallet in the back seat, and I'd have all my stuff there. But yeah,
a house for sale.
Sale.
Sake. House for sake.
For sale. A house for sale in Florida, if you know anybody looking. Yeah. No, unfortunately, I don't. But, so I'm trying to, like I said, before I got sidetracked on that rabbit hole, there's 3 different places I want to go, and I'm just having to decide, you know, what can I afford? How much money can I save between now and then, you know, and all that.
There you go.
But I get a yearly bonus every year, and I did get a statement today saying how much it's going to be. I get it in August, so there you go. He lives in South Florida.
Oh, cool.
That's right, the area I need, but I don't think I want to buy a house just to just go down there. So, but.
Well, I'm looking for a house in the Philippines.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie. And
there's Barkley. The real Barkley.
There's Barkley.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah. But yeah, so I'm trying to decide. I really want to go out to South Florida again. And I'd love to go to the one in Vegas. But then I really want to go back to Grand Junction because I'd like to go up and see, you know. So I'm slowly building my money up, and if I continue at the rate I'm going, I may be able to pull off both South Florida and Colorado. I may not be able to. I may not. See, I'm not Barkley. Okay.
Yeah, sure about that.
Well, maybe it's Genesee,
Ah, maybe it's snarkly.
or maybe it's Barkley using two different. One is his
I was
phone
just
and
going to
one's
say
his.
it could be two different devices:
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
phone, a laptop, an iPad.
Right.
You can log into 3 different ones if you have those 3 accounts.
Yeah, yeah. I could log into here twice.
Well, Lloyd, you could go on a trip with me to the Philippines if you want.
I have no desire. Not that I wouldn't mind going on a trip with you, but I have no desire going to the Philippines.
No.
For one, I do not want to be in a plane that long.
James' house, you'll probably be like, "Wow, this is a cool house."
Well, I'll bet it is, but I can enjoy seeing the views of his house by watching his channel.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier, and I can sit, and I got my dogs here, and I don't have to worry about them, and I can watch it on YouTube. That's the enjoyment of YouTube. But I would love to go on a trip with you. That's not it. I just don't want to fly that damn long in a friggin' airplane.
Yeah. Well, it's only a 7.5 hour flight for me.
For you, yeah.
And
Yeah,
5 of those hours, I'm still over Australia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. South Florida drone meetup. Yeah, I would. I'm really thinking seriously about going again. But it's going to be a toss up between. Yeah, it's going to depend on how much I can save by the end of the year.
Right.
Yes, we see Monkey with a Gun. You are not Barkley. Okay, we'll give you that. Don't know who you are though, and that would be nice to know who it is if you're not Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not.
And if you're Genesee, well, welcome to the show. If you're just somebody who's not Barkley, well, then welcome to the show anyways. We're glad to have you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Still not convinced.
But yeah, and it was fun meeting Barkley. And Barkley, by the way, I said this to Monkey with the Gun, but I'm saying with you, I really enjoyed those photos you sent me. So now that the real you is here, it's not Genesee
either. Okay.
Who is it then?
I don't know.
Would be Adrian?
No, Adrian would come on with his name. Yeah, those are really some great photos. I meant to have them transfer them onto this laptop because my email I'll do on my iPad, and because in spite of the fact, let's see, is at low altitude. I'm going to Vegas meetup. Okay, yeah, you're right. What was funny is I looked up plane tickets to go to Vegas, and guess one of the layovers, believe it or not, was in Denver.
Oh, there you go.
I thought, okay, well, all right.
You can check out Denver Airport then.
Yeah. It's not. How far is that from where you live? Because isn't it in the north part of Denver?
Half hour, 45 minutes.
Oh, is it that far? Okay.
Yeah, because I'm in Arvada, and DIA is north of Aurora.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
That's a similar time difference between Melbourne Telemarine and where I am. About 45 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. See, last time I was in Colorado, the airport hadn't been built yet. They were just starting on it.
Right.
Because they were still using Stapleton.
Yeah.
Which you got to admit, Stapleton was cool. Is when you'd be going along, there's that one road that went under the runway.
Yes, that's right.
That was freaky the first time, and I love taking people that hadn't ever seen it. You'd be driving along, and there'd be a damn Boeing jet just driving across your highway that you were on.
Yep.
And it's because it went under.
The freeway went under
the runway. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just, the height was set just perfect. So when you're driving along, you're seeing these damn jets getting ready to take off, and they're coming right across the highway, and you're thinking, what the hell, do I got to stop for that? And I know the first time Judy drove past there and saw that, she goes, why is there a jet on the highway? And I said, it's not. Well, I see it right there. I said, it's not on the highway. She says, well, what? And then all of a sudden she saw the approach. Oh, okay. You could have told me that, asshole. You know, I thought it was funny, but she was at that time. She was doing all the driving.
Right.
I still hadn't started driving. Is after I'd gotten out of the wheelchair and I still hadn't got my license back. So, but would you shut up? Anyway, so.
Oh, Ronnie, I'm glad you like the background. That is, I was staying at a resort, and this is outside the resort. That's fishing boat, and that's the Sulu Sea out there.
The Susie. Oh, the Susie.
Sulu.
Oh, Sulu. Like,
Yeah,
George Takei.
I'm just gonna say,
Mhm.
sounds Star Trek inspired.
Yeah. His name is pronounced Takei.
Yeah,
Takei.
okay.
Not because I read his book. Yeah, Takai, which Takai means money or something along that line in Japanese. He said, or rich or something like that. He says, I'm okay, but I'm not rich, something like that. That's the way he explained it in his book. That's been,
Okay.
I read it in 96 is when I read it. So it's been that long since
Okay.
and I didn't finish the last chapter, but that's another story. So yeah, I just didn't get to, I didn't finish. I had I don't know, half a chapter left, and I put it up, and then things happened and I was never able to get back to it. I just couldn't, I didn't get back to reading it. So, but anyways, but it was an interesting read though. It talked about his time in the concentration camps, and that's,
What was he at Elsinore?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the one in Colorado is Camp Amachi.
Yeah. My mother had friends that they were Japanese Americans, and they were there at the one in Denver. And I don't know how she got to know them, but probably they were customers of hers when she worked for Dolly Madison Ice Cream there in Denver. And
there wasn't an internment camp in Denver.
I mean, no, it wasn't in Denver. I'm saying in Colorado.
Yeah, it's down in Grenada, Colorado.
Well, that's what I mean. They were probably, but anyways, he had worked for the Denver Post. The Sunday, that insert that they always put in the Denver Post for years, extra or whatever it was.
Yeah, called Empire.
He was the editor of it, and he'd been a reporter during World War II. He went over and fought as worked as to help with translating and all that stuff. But he also reported for the Denver Post, and I can't for the life of me remember his name now. But I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't remember now. It's been years since I was a kid. And but I loved going to their house. They were just the nicest people, and they had some cool stuff too. The kids had the coolest toys,
Yeah.
But yeah, and I got to hear the stories firsthand about what it was like for them to be in the concentration camp.
Right.
So it's one of those.
Well, Lloyd, you can't really call it a concentration camp.
Yeah, it was an internment. It was an internment camp.
Yeah.
I
concentration camp. They had Germany.
It was an internment camp.
Yeah.
And it's some of my old school, I guess I still call it that. But yeah, it's an internment camp, and that wasn't the. They didn't ask it. I guess the only thing I could say is they didn't ask it of the Germans, and of course they'd have probably been locking up about 60% of the United States, most of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, but yeah.
Yes, Steve, smash that like button, guys.
Yeah, that would definitely help. So
yeah,
and pretty good. We had
Keep
pretty
those
steady.
comments going.
Yeah,
Help-
we've had a
help
pretty
Sally.
steady,
Yes.
staying right at 30. So that's pretty good.
Mhm.
But yeah, I did. Like I said, I did want to. At the beginning, I talked about it. That was meant tongue in cheek when I was talking about the people in New York. I couldn't understand their accents because
Yeah.
because I tell you, two of them I did meet from there, which was of course Herman and Lawrence. Those guys, and they were just as nice. I had a ball with those guys.
Yeah,
They
they
just-
are nice guys.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
very.
I had a ball flying with them. They were just funny as hell. They really are.
Yep.
And they do a really. I watched their videos that they did of they interviewed everybody there. They did short little snippets of interviews, and they really set it up in a professional way. So
Yeah.
they're not afraid to tell you their opinion on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
That's true.
Mhm.
But two nicer guys you could never meet than those guys, Herman
Yeah.
and Lawrence.
Mhm.
Which is Phantom Flight 101 and what is
Novice
Lawrence's?
Squad.
Novice quads. I always forget the novice.
hmm
Yeah, novice quads.
hmm
They are true gentlemen. They are. They're really
Yeah.
nice guys.
I really enjoy
I'm waiting for novice quads to become intermediate.
intermediate quads.
Intermediate quads. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Glenn, Thunderbird 6.
Hey, Graham.
Mhm.
Glenn.
Glad to see you out and about and showing up.
Yeah, hey, Glenn.
But I'm really thinking hard about going back down there next year to Florida. I just but I really want to go to Colorado. So it's going to depend on what I can swing. How much I can afford, and
hmm Now, would Christopher Reeves be a novice quad?
We apologize for.
boy, there goes my. Good thing I'm not monetized.
Get out the
huh?
cane. Get out the cane.
Yeah.
We apologize.
Oh my
Normal
God.
programming will resume very soon.
Yeah, that was. Well, there you go.
hmm
A gimp joke from a gimp. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Haven't had a drink since the Philippines.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I did try Red Horse in the Philippines, and that's like that's high strength beer. That's
Ice
like
drink beer. Yeah.
8%. I think.
Yeah. We were talking on one of the shows here just recently, and they were talking about the non-alcoholic beer. Apparently, there's a whole plethora of non-alcoholic beers out there now. It's not just near beer now. They've got a lager that's out. That's
We do
it's
that
like,
here.
yeah. And there was actually a thing on Fox News. They had a story about all these different mixers and stuff, and you can get everything but the alcohol, as it tastes just like the cocktail without the booze. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Red Horse, apart from
Yep.
Brandi and Jim. Yeah.
I had San Miguel at James' house. Yeah, he had the apple cider beer, which was not bad. That was pretty good.
Apple
Not
cider
a big-
beer, I could.
Yeah,
Do you
not a big-
remember?
No, Red Horse, not Horse. God, get your hearing fixed, Barkley.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
a good one, Barkley. That was a good one. Yeah. And lost my
And why
train of
would
thought.
that be racist? I mean, I didn't say. Red Horse. Okay,
Yeah.
that would be. Yeah,
From China, it's just
Yeah.
that's
that's
xenophobic.
Yellow Horse.
And
Oh, that's
there
right. Well,
goes
no,
the
the red communists.
notification.
Yes, yeah. Summer Shady is good. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. Do you remember? I don't know if any of you guys ever drank it, but there used to be it was a carbonated drink, and it was apple beer. Do you remember that? It was non-alcoholic.
Huh.
Yeah,
Wow.
used to come in glass bottles, and they looked like a little keg.
Oh, okay.
And it was non-fermented but carbonated apple cider, and
Oh, okay.
I used to love that stuff. And but yeah, it was called out, and it was a kid's drink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
there you go. Something wrong. Mm-hmm.
Something wrong.
I could get Red Horse here in I could get it at the Asian market, or I could get it at the big box liquor store, Total Beverage, where they have everything under the sun that you would want. They probably have absinthe there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I might try that one of these days.
And just to let you guys know, it is the top of the hour now, and I'm sure that the other gentlemen, Drone Nation with Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford, will be starting up.
Yeah,
and
the notification just went out about a minute ago.
I got one quick comment though, or a question. What do you think about what the DJI's done, in which they're not going to have you? And I think it's sometime this month where you will no longer be able to send your flight data back to DJI.
No, they're not syncing. They're not syncing with their data.
Syncing it. They're not syncing it. That's what it is.
They're trying to
okay.
Yeah, they're no longer syncing it. Yeah. I was listening to 51 Drones talk about that, and like, do you think that'll save DJI?
I don't know.
Well, don't forget, get hold of your congressman and your senators and let them know how you feel about it. So, 'cause I'd hate to think I spent all this money on these 2 new drones this last year and a half, and I've just wasted it,
Oh, you could still fly them.
If they do what they're talking about doing, and they shut down the FCC on it, you won't be able to fly it because the signal will be banned.
I don't know about that.
The controllers, because they're talking about taking away their FCC certification and making it retroactive to all DJI drone. You need to stay up with the news, Art. That's what the big deal is.
Yeah.
They can make it so you're flying a brick.
I it'd be retroactive, but I don't think they'd be allowed to certify any new products.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm hearing different. I'm hearing different from different points. So I'm going. So that's why DJI has been. I don't think they should. I agree. I mean, we've given them remote ID. We've settled for that. Anyways, it's time to say goodnight, guys. Yeah. I want to thank all of you that came in here. Art, I always enjoy having you on.
It's always a pleasure being here.
Charles, I always like you being here as a good backup to kind of help keep Art under control.
Yeah.
At least somebody else to roll their eyes at him, and of course, Dominic, you're always a pleasure to be around. So
no worries.
With that said and done, guys, I am going to end the stream right now. So everybody, let me see if I can do this. All right. We'll talk at y'all later.